to back this time. So let's talk. Like I seen, it's things that I want to talk about spiritually. Have y'all ever had an out of body experience? OBE. Have any of you had an out of body experience? You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all had out of body experience and traveled to blend into ancient civilizations that you never saw before? How many of you encountered uh, premonitions? How many of you encountered seeing things in the spirit realm and it manifests in the physical? How many of you went through seeing deities in the spirit realm and then you realize by doing research that they were actually uh, communicating with you, that you know that you are probably one of their children? How many actually went through that? OBE, out of body experience, premonitions. I mean, how you doing, Miss Shelley? How you doing, honey? How you feeling? I'm doing back to back videos. The first one I did, I did it again. They had to put out, homeboy. He trying to go against people that's immigrants and trying to go against people that practice E5 voodoo and Santeria. He was talking bad about them. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Saying they need to go home and saying it's witchcraft. I'm like, dude, that's not witchcraft. That's our stuff, and you know that, Miss Shelley. That's our stuff. And I did it, and I said it like that's the stuff that we were practicing over here. If it wasn't for the Afro Latinos to hold on to Santeria, which is also connected to E5, we wouldn't even know who the Orishas are. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't even know. That's our stuff. That's not witchcraft. But I digress. I was talking about OBE, like out of body experiences. Have anybody have it? Have anybody seen deities in the spirit realm and they came back and they the deities was talking to them and letting them know that they're their child or something. See, people don't want to talk about stuff like this. Only certain people do. Um, I'm not gonna be on here too long. I just want to go ahead and just spread some information real quick and see if anybody went through the same thing. You know, I have a little cold. I'm getting over it. Out of body experiences, premonitions, having visions of being or traveling to ancient civilizations. All this stuff is connected to who you are because you're a spiritual being first, living a human experience. And a lot of people getting caught up in the physical, but we are actually a spiritual people. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just, it's like I was feeling horrible yesterday. So for me to actually talk, I couldn't even say nothing real for real. My voice was gone. And my wife, she's asleep right now, so she's feeling bad too. Our kids gave us this cold. We was like, oh my gosh, like we was like, ugh. It was like one of them, ugh. I slept all day, so I couldn't even hardly move. I had the cold chills. Y'all know the cold chills that when you wake up, you're like, yo, I feel cold. Like we had me and one of my sons, we had to go get a car, or like a little rental car, because I had to teach my sons how to drive. So you know what I'm saying, try to teach them how to drive. Yeah, those are the words. So I had to teach them. We're gonna teach them how to drive so they can go ahead and get their license and everything. So you know, it's like when we went to go get the car, we got into an Uber. I felt so cold. I was like, oh my gosh, like it felt like I was in Antarctica and I couldn't even hardly move. You know what I'm saying? And it was like when I would move, you know how you get cold, them cold chills, and you be like, whoo, like it hit you like whoo, like it was one of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, and I had to like, and I think I had hella layers on because it's wintertime still here in on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shoot, you know what I'm saying? I was shaking. I had the shakes. Y'all know the shakes when you do like this, you like ooh, you know what I'm saying? One of them numbers, and it's like you cold, and you sick. You like oh, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, shoot. You know what I mean? So it was one of them numbers. I was like, man, hey, okay, I'm gonna tell you the story real quick. So me and the younger son, we go to Enterprise to get the car so they can start practicing driving. Right? Oldest son gave us his card. We was like, yo, you should come with us because that's your card, right? He ain't want to do it. He ain't want to do it. So we go ahead. We go down to Enterprise. The lady said, "Oh, we can't use your son card. We can only use your card." So we was like, "All right." So we call him like, "Yo, you need to, send us like 1,800 so we can go ahead and get the car, right?" Yeah, the fee was there. The fee was too. So like, you know what I mean. So we go ahead. They'll send us the 1,800, right? The girl turn around and lie and say some stuff like, "Oh, we can't use your debit card because we can only use credit card." Me being who I am, I call Enterprise. I'm like, we can use our debit cards, right? But they was like, yeah. The girl lied. I'm heated, sun heated. Long story short, we got the car. You know what I'm saying? So we got the car. We have the car right now. So far the oldest son he driving. He ain't driving 3 years because he was in South Korea. You know what I'm saying, with his ex girlfriend. So you know what I'm saying. So he come back home. So he get the rental car. So he said, Dad, I ain't driving 3 years. You know what I'm saying. I'm kind of rusty. I'm like, yo, dude, like, don't worry about it. We got you. Let me tell you, dude, get in the goddamn car, get in the car. Dude, get in the car. 3 years. Dude ain't even rusty, y'all. The dude is on point with the driving. You know what I'm saying? He's on point with the driving. You feel what I'm saying? He's on point with the driving. Like, I'm like, dude, you good. You don't need to get. Why you scared? He was like, well, it's been 3 years. I was gone for 3 years. I'm like, what? Because how I teach how to drive is going to be right here for the rest of your life. And I teach them how to drive cautiously, especially in the city of Baltimore. I tell them like, yo, the brake is your best friend in the city of Baltimore. Is your best friend. And I said, if you can drive here, you can drive anywhere. I was right. So he's driving. We drop the little ones off at school. Yo came back. He was like, I'm taking my time to get ready to hit the highway. I said, look, we're gonna hit the highway soon. I said, what we gonna do? The highway we gonna hit. We're gonna drive like we're driving to BWI Airport, Thurgood Marshall, right? So we're gonna take our time. We're gonna take our time and we're gonna drive there, but we're not gonna drive to the airport. We're gonna drive to a Arundel Mills Mall, and then we're gonna drive back home. Or we might just go to the mall for a little bit and then drive back home. I said, that's how we're gonna prepare you for, you know what I'm saying, the highway, to get your confidence back. Bing. So he's like, all right, cool, man, we got that. I'm like, okay, cool. So that's it. So we're gonna handle it like that. So he gonna be good. You know what I mean? Now we gotta get the young man, the younger brother, the youngest son, to start driving. So I'm gonna teach him to start driving too, so they can get their license. Now he ain't do it in 3 years either, as far as driving. So the younger ones, like, 18. Sometimes they hard headed as hell, or they just get lazy as lazy or whatever. So I told him, I said, well, we're gonna get him, take him up there to the parking lot, get him, drive around the parking lot a little bit, and then we're gonna have him hit the streets. You know what I mean? So once we have him hit the street, I'm gonna take my time with him before we hit the highway, because I want him to get comfortable behind the wheel, and I want him to keep his eyes and ears open and his surroundings. So that's what dads do. We try to look out for our sons. We try to look out for our people. You know what I mean? So they can be ready for the real world. You know what I mean? When it come down to driving and become cautious drivers, and once they get their cars, we can just like, yo, be careful out there. Do what you got to do. Keep your eyes and ears open with these people out here. So, because we all know, even what it don't matter what city or state you in, you always got those reckless drivers. But I digress on that. But I am trying to get over on this daggone cold, man. Like, but you right though, John. Is that I can't pronounce your name, but yeah, the oldest was in South Korea. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and the little ones, they gave me and my wife the cold, man. They gave us the cold, and man, they gave us the cold, man. My wife is like, she is messed up, man, because my wife had COVID. She had COVID twice or three times. It shot her daggone immune system down, so she don't have an immune system. So I'm trying to figure out herbs that I can use to get her immune system back up. Hey, how you doing, Root? How you doing? Peace, peace. So it's like I'm trying to get her. No, we don't have grandkids yet. Not yet. Not yet. But I can tell you this: when we have grandkids, they're gonna get spoiled, and we're gonna get right back to the parents. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna know their emotional nationality and everything. They're gonna know all of that. But we gonna spoil them and give right back to the parents. Like here you go. That's how I'm gonna be I'm gonna be the grandfather that's gonna spoil the grandkids and give right back to the to the parents. I'm not type the grandfather. I'm gonna spoil your grandkids and I'm gonna give them right back to you. Where they gonna be like, we want to go to granddad. That's the type of grandfather I'm gonna be. But what I'm also working on, I'm working on getting licensed in insurance, and also in getting licensed in dealing with investments too. So wish me luck on that. Um, and Miss Shelley, if you're watching, I want to let you know that's what I've been working on that. I really want to help out the people and help people know about investments and investing their money because we're in days and time. We're in days and time where we need to know how money works. You know what I'm saying? Not just the spirit realm. Thank you. Not just the spirit realm, but we gotta also look at the physical realm. You know what I'm saying? Um, how it go in the spirit realm, it also manifests in the physical. Like I said earlier, how many of y'all had body out of body experiences? They call it OBE. How many of y'all had premonitions? How many of y'all had like y'all had like visions of being in other ancient civilizations and all that other stuff. See, I knew somebody did exactly. It's like what you need to know. What I would tell you when you have these experiences, get a notebook, write it down. Get a notebook and write down what you saw, right? And do research to see if those civilizations or anything existed. Some people have not just premonitions. Some of you have visions of seeing deities, not entities, but deities. These deities could be tall. They could be melanated. I don't know. They could be melanated. They could be fair skinned. Whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, Miss Shelley, it don't even matter, honey. You still had it. You know what I'm saying? But that's also letting you know there's life after death too. Keep that in mind. After the soul leaves the body, it goes back into being. It turns back into energy, and it goes back to where it came from, or it goes into another body to be reincarnated. You know what I'm saying? Because more than likely, you're not done on your task that you have on this planet or on this plane. As far as when it come down to, you know, you going into like when your spirit leave the body, and then you go into what they call death. They probably go back into another body, a new vessel. Some people call your physical vessel a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So it is like a vehicle if you really think about it, right? Your heart is the engine, and it pumps what? It pumps the blood. The blood is pretty much what the is like the oil in the vehicle. And the vehicle, and everybody know that vehicles do die. Cars do die. You know what I'm saying? So, and then what happened? Your spirit goes into the next if it's meant for you to finish up on your task on this planet. And it's just something I just want to talk to y'all about real brief. It wasn't that long, but also I just want to let y'all know that I was sick for a couple days. So you know what I'm saying? But I haven't been doing too many live streams, but I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah, energy does not die. So therefore people don't get it. But you got people that think that energy not know it just recycles or it goes back to where it came. Um I love these talks. I might start making this into I don't know if it's a segment. I might start adding like let's talk part one, two, three, and four. If y'all want to do that, we can do it like that. And honestly, eventually, I'm going to have y'all get on here and start talking and sharing your experiences, so y'all can start really telling people about your experiences to give you the confidence to start speaking up. Eventually, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, whenever y'all ready to do it, and if y'all like the idea, hey, and I told y'all this is not just my channel. This is y'all channel. I want y'all to feel at home. I don't want y'all to be feeling like, oh, I don't want to say no. Listen, by you watching, this is your channel too. And our job is to protect our channel from anybody that's negative to speak negatively about what we want to talk about. This is our experiences, not theirs with your experiences, vice versa, our experiences. Are these realms real? Are these realms dreams? No, they're not dreams. These realms are actually real. Um, these realms are actually real. It's just the simple fact is certain people, this fly getting on my nerves. Certain people don't even know that these realms are real. They're not dreams. You got to remember. Did you ever see the movie? Oh my goodness, with the movie with Tom Hanks and what's her name? Holly Berry, Cloud Atlas. That's the name of the movie. When do you experience them? It depends. When do you experience it depends on you. It depends on what happens because a lot of times when you experience these situations, it could happen while you sleeping, it could happen while you just sitting there daydreaming. You know, the daydreaming can actually it can happen while you daydream too. It can happen while you just when somebody's talking to you, you just you just dwell off mentally and you go somewhere else and they talking to you, they say, hey, they like, hey, you hear me? And you just like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can experience them at any moment. Any moment. You got to remember, you are a spiritual being living a human experience. You are spirit first before you are physical. You are ether first before you are physical. Before you're physical. See, you say they dream a lot when you were younger. See, yeah, like some of us, even older people, we daydream when somebody talking to us. Y'all know what I'm talking about. How many of y'all had been talking to your friend, best friend, whatever you want to call them? They talking to you, you just doze off, like just your mind will just go to another location, and they be like, "Hey, hey, hey!" You be like, "Oh, what?" And they were like, "Yeah," like, "Yeah, I was somewhere else." It happens. It happens. That's what it is. It just happens. You know what I mean? You got to remember, you are spirit first before physical. See, people keep on getting physical and spiritual caught up. Some people that don't know any better. You said in class. Well, a lot of people dozed off and went into class, went somewhere else in class. Because some of the teachers are boring as heck. Keep that in mind. Um, but you got to keep in mind that you are a spirit being first. You're not physical. Things happen in the spirit before it happened in the physical. Keep that in mind. Spiritual being first. You are a spiritual being living a human experience. You are made out of energy, ether. Keep that in mind. Energy, ether. You have an etheric body. You have an etheric body. Look it up. You have an etheric double. That etheric body is created through the chakras in your body. Of course, there's a creator. My creator might be different than yours. See, I go by the feminine creator, the great mother herself. I talk about her a lot when I get a chance to. I praise her before I even start talking. But since I did a live earlier, I praised her and gave thanks to her. This time I didn't on this one. See, there is something I want you to look up. Vistica Pisces. Look up Vistica Pisces. Okay? Vistica Pisces is the sacred divine womb. You see this fez on my head? This fez on my head, okay? I'm gonna give you a breakdown. I want you to really understand what I'm about to tell you. The bottom of this is 360 degrees physical. The top of this is 360 degrees spiritual. The tassel represents the umbilical cord to the creator. There's only one species that has an umbilical cord, and that is the feminine energy. The woman. The woman has the umbilical cord. I'm always say Allah, right? Allah, this is the umbilical cord to Allah, which means Allah is feminine. Any name ending with AH is feminine. Any name ending with AH is feminine. Don't believe me, look it up yourself. See, I give praises to the great mother because honestly, darkness created light. And light did not create the dark. Dark created the light. So you were in triple darkness when you was in the womb of your mother. The 3 trimesters of her pregnancy. Triple darkness. Muslim, the Moors we're considered Muslim, okay? Not Muslim, but Muslim. Uh, so in so many different ways, you have to remember, darkness created the light. You were in the womb for 3 trimesters of your mother's pregnancy. Triple darkness. I just want to share this information with you. Huh? You said Felix? Yeah, that's my son. So yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, family. Like, just know this information. Vistica Pisces, Vistica Pisces. Keep that. I mean, Vistica Pisces, Vistica Pisces. Look that up. What I'll do in the comment section, I will put that in the comment section so y'all can look it up. I just want y'all to really know this, okay? Because I'm really getting tired of people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, you go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, one of my sons he ordered something to eat. So yeah, but Vistica Pisces. Look, I'm gonna put that in the comment section so y'all know. Okay, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and go. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I'm gonna do another live stream tomorrow. I want y'all to know, like, y'all want me to do more segments like this, like, put down let's talk. Let me know, and I'll just, y'all, before I go, if y'all want me to start making a segment, making it into like a parts, into parts like part one, two, and three, like let's talk, because I really want y'all to put y'all input in everything, so we can really start talking about anything spiritual, whatever the case may be. I really want us to grow and keep on moving forward on this path, and I want y'all to know more about me. Miss Shelley, girl, thank you, beloved, and great things are coming for all of you all, for everybody that's been tuning in. I love you all. Let me go ahead and get my son his food. I'm gonna go also figure out what I'm gonna eat. Love y'all. Peace, love, light, supreme balance. When it come down to the light and dark, may they become one to bring forth the balancement of the universe, the universe, and so on, which is the yin and yang. No problem, family. No problem. No problem. Okay. So I'm about to be out of here. Love y'all.